Well, guys, it's official. Evolution Performance has the fastest S650 Mustang in the world. Let's get into it. Well, the chase for eights is really close, actually. Evolution Performance, just not even 24 hours ago, posted the quickest and fastest time for the S650 in the world. It's a Whipple car. They ran a 906 at 155 miles an hour. 4,276 pounds, 4,276 pounds with the driver, Whipple supercharged power. So just kind of give you guys an overlook of what this bad boy looks like. And then here is the time slip. Let me adjust it for you here. There you go. There's the time slip. It did a 1,370 foot. Unbelievable. 586 at 122. And then it trapped a 90 at 154.47. The fastest S650 Mustang and the quickest as well. So this means that it is the best time and the best mile per hour in the quarter mile in the world. Both time and miles per hour. As far as we know, no one's has done either of these better. No one has done better than a 9.06, and no one has gone faster than a 154.47. So this is the record. Now let's go over what's done to the vehicle. We don't know specifically what's done to the vehicle to hit this specific time, but we know what's done to the vehicle when they ran a 9.5 like 3 months ago. So let's go look at that. So here's the video of their 9.5 run. We'll go ahead and just watch it here real quick. Beautiful looking car, by the way. Great 60 foot. And there we go. So they total have picked up 6 more mile an hour and over 10 mile an hour, just about. It's like 9 point something, 9.8 in the quarter mile versus what they did. Okay, it was back in May. So it looked like the data was still pretty decent with how it looked like outside. They have a better 60 foot now. Their new 60 foot was 1.3, so that's where a lot of time came from. As far as how quickly they got to the quarter mile. So what they had done to this vehicle is if we look at the description here. So GripTech 3.25 supercharger pulley. I can't imagine they went lower. Whipple 112 millimeter throttle body. They might have thrown a 120 on there. I think that's very possible. Oil pump gears, Cook's long tube headers, voltage switchbacks, exhaust. Okay, so they could have cut. I don't know though. I don't know if they cut weight because look, weight is 4,276 pounds. It's still the same. Because they can cut weight by adding dumps if they're really chasing eights. Sunoco Fuels E30R. I want to say they did do like E30R, Boostane, and C85. Like they just threw a concoction of high octane goodness in the tank, I think, to help run the numbers, which is crazy. That sounds crazy. But yeah, not only have they run a 9.59 in the quarter at 143.6, they are now 9.0. That is just absolutely insane. They're now 9.0. So eights are right around the corner. They can shed more weight. Those rear tires aren't even the lightest that they could really go. Or not, excuse me, not rear tires, the rear wheels. The rear wheels aren't even the lightest they can go. These are actually a lot heavier than they think they are. Absolutely. So we'll have to see what they're going to do. I'm under the impression, and I think a lot of you guys could agree, that because tuning isn't available and Whipple is probably helping them calibrate and narrow down this car, without a fuel system, this can't be reliable. Could this car still run maybe 10 to 15 more times down the track? Probably. The trans would probably let go before that if they haven't built the trans, which I think they have. Because you can build the trans and use the standard trans logic to shift. It's just going to be beefier, so it's going to be able to handle more power, even though the trans isn't tuned. But the beefier trans will hold better than the stock trans. I think that much is obvious. But without tuning, you don't know 100%, because Whipple doesn't have access to all the parameters that come with tuning. Ford only gave them a certain amount of parameters to play with. They're only playing with those. That's how they got the tune. They don't have everything, and that's not unknown. Everyone knows that. That everyone in the tuning community and everything know that they only have a certain amount of parameters to tune with, not the whole 9 yards, like if the ECU was unlocked. So, am I saying that if you get a Whipple tune or a Roush tune, is your car going to be reliable with that tune? Yes. Those tunes are made for reliability. But when you're pushing 3 different fuel types, basically, in a car, you can't tell me that's safe without any fuel system upgrades whatsoever. What I mean by fuel system, like in the tank, gas tank, having bigger pumps, being able to supply more fuel to the injectors and to the rails. Right now, it's just the itty-bitty stock pump and a voltage booster, which, again, a whole nother can of worms, but still impressive nonetheless. When tuning comes out, this thing would probably run bottom 8s. Seriously? It probably runs bottom 8s, especially with the trans tune as well. So, still impressive stuff. Not knocking anything at all. People are certainly pushing the platform. I'm just waiting for an engine to blow. I am, because I want people to dig into these Dark Horse engines. I do. No one's done it. No one has done a teardown of the Dark Horse engine. It is different from the GT engine. No one's done it. So, while I don't wish anything bad happened to anybody, but if it were to happen, I think Evolution Performance would make even more content on the teardown of their Dark Horse engine if it were to blow. But, nonetheless, that's it with me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.